Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from Altus Power. And let me tell you, after looking at these numbers, someone's definitely been soaking up the sun. You'll see what I mean in a bit. This is a current report, also called an 8K. It's basically a company's way of saying, hey, something important happened and we need to tell everyone right away. This particular one is about their financial results for the last quarter and the whole year of 2024. The date to keep in mind here is March 17, 2025. This is when Altus Power says all the important stuff in this report really took effect. Think of it as the as of date. So who is Altus Power? They're a company that focuses on solar energy, helping businesses and others switch to cleaner power. They are based in Stamford, Connecticut. If you are interested in investing, Altus Power stock trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol AMPS. Okay, let's get to the meat of the report, the financial results. Altus Power released a press release about how they did in the last quarter and for all of 2024. We're going to peek into that. The actual press release is attached as an exhibit. This is where we find all the numbers. Now, here comes the fun part, obviously the part where we see if all that sunshine translated into profits. Let's check out the key numbers. One that jumps out is their pro forma adjusted EBITDA. This is a fancy way of saying earnings, but with a few things taken out to give investors a clearer picture. For 2024, it was about $66.5 million. However, here is a bit of a warning. While the adjusted EBITDA looks pretty good, they actually had a net loss. A loss after all expenses are accounted for of around $36.9 million. It is important to keep in mind that growing companies sometimes show a loss as they invest heavily in the future. Their revenue for 2024 was about $146.2 million. That's the total amount of money they brought in from selling their solar power. The report is signed by Greg J. Felton, who is the Chief Executive Officer and a Director of Altus Power. Now let's zoom out and look at what this all means. Altus Power is in an interesting position. They're in the renewable energy sector, which is a growing field as more businesses and people want to use cleaner energy sources. The core of their strategy seems to be growing by getting more solar projects up and running. One possible warning sign is the net loss despite positive adjusted EBITDA. This could mean they have some big expenses maybe related to building new solar farms, or it could mean that they need to keep an eye on their costs. But there are also opportunities if they can keep growing their revenue and get those expenses under control. They could become a really big player in the solar energy market. The Inflation Reduction Act in the United States also has a lot of incentives for renewable energy companies, which could help Altus Power. Overall, Altus Power seems to be on an interesting path, full of potential and needing to overcome some challenges. Keep an eye on how they manage their expenses and whether they can keep growing their revenue. The future might be bright, powered by the sun. That's all for this episode of Corporate Decoder. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us keep decoding.